Happy Friday, everyone. Question of the day. When Sean Diddy Combs gets convicted and he is found guilty, will all the lies and the little dirty secrets will be exposed? Like, will things come out now that things have been hidden for so long? Will things get exposed? And I want to talk about it and dive in because I've been hearing Oprah's name. I've been hearing T.D. Jake's name. I've been hearing Ray J. I've been hearing Tyler Perry, obviously, with his allegation. I've been hearing a lot of infamous profile people that have saying that they have no involvement of Diddy or they've never been to his party. So we're going to dive in and talk about it. So welcome back, everyone. So that's it. Okay, you guys, so I need some answers. I need some clarity. So if Sean Diddy Combs is found guilty, will the lies be exposed? Will we know every little dirty secret that was been hidden for over a decade? Will the truth come out? A lot of people are not coming forward, not saying anything. You hear high profile celebrities names come across, to Oprah, to T.D. Jakes. I keep saying T.D. Jakes. Among Kanye West, among all these infamous celebrities that been around Diddy. Now, I just don't understand why people. I get it why people distance um, themselves away from Sean Diddy Combs because of the trial. But my thing is, you were his friend at one point. You went to his parties, his events, and all that stuff. And now when this is happening, obviously your publicist and your manager, your PR, whoever told you to distance yourself because you don't want any involvement, because you don't want anyone to investigate your relationship with Diddy. Photos do not lie. Interviews do not lie. So when people were associated with Sean Diddy Combs, they must have heard or seen things that they felt that it was inappropriate and that they didn't want to do anything. They thought that it was the new norm. They thought that this was just normal because this was Hollywood and they are celebrities and they can do whatever they want and get away with it. And my thing is that now, for example, like Oprah and T.D. Jakes are saying that they're squashing the rumors that they had no involvement, meaning that they've never been to Sean Diddy Combs parties or nothing like that. And I'm thinking to myself, who are you kidding? Like, who are you kidding and who are you lying? You trying to tell me and the whole world that you've never been to none of Sean Diddy Combs' party? That's hard to believe it. And I don't believe it. I believe they've been to his parties and engaged in certain things in the party. Not engaged, let me take that out. They've been to his events and his parties, his white parties properly. Now, have they went to the freak offs after parties? I'm not quite sure. You know what I mean? But for Oprah to say that they haven't been to none of his parties, that's a lie. I think they're just trying to squash the rumors and set the record straight. But I'm not buying it, and I know a lot of people are not buying it. It's just this whole big persona that these people can't do wrong, and people are buying it. You know what I mean? Because they're rich, they're powerful. One is a pastor, one is just, I wouldn't say Oprah is a mega star, but she's big. You know what I mean? I used to watch her when she had her TV show and everything, and she was amazing, and she's still amazing. The color purple, oh my gosh, amazing. But my thing is, people think because these celebrities, they can't do wrong. Like, they can't do anything that's just crazy. You know what I mean? It's just hard to comprehend because people can feel relatable to them, that they're so honest people, that they do so good for the world and their community, that they couldn't do this acts of violence or be involved in this the disgusting things. And like I said, and I said it in previous of my videos, we don't know what people do in closed doors. We really don't. Like I said, they paint this picture, they paint this persona, how they want us to see them, And in reality, we don't know what they do in closed doors. We really don't. And like I said, I'm not accusing Oprah. I don't know about T.D. Jakes. He seems very suspicious to me. Um, Obviously he's a pastor, but you can't trust certain pastors. I'm not going to say all because all pastors are not like that, but there are some pastors that are perverts and pedophiles. Let's just be clear, and we all know this. You know what I mean? Do I think that T.J. Jakes um, has some type of relation with Diddy? I don't know. It's a possibility. Anything is possible in Hollywood. Anything is possible. Did he have some type of involvement? Maybe. All I heard that he likes little boys and he done some inappropriate things with little boys, allegedly. Let me just say allegedly. Um, that's why he had to take a step down in his congregation and stuff like that. But he seemed like a pervert. He seemed like a pedophile. I don't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. I don't trust anything that comes out of Oprah's mouth either. Not to say that she hasn't done anything illegal. We're not sure. We're not sure. I just feel like when you have these powerful people, whether they're bishops, whether they're profile influencer or whatever, they feel like they're untouchable because they have so many connections, so many people backing them up to protect them. Protect them. And I'm going to show you this clip of Oprah saying that she never been in Sean Diddy Combs' parties, which I don't believe. That's a lie. She probably attend a few parties of Sean Diddy Combs. Has she attended freak-offs? I'm not sure. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. But she has attended Sean Diddy Combs' events in her lifetime. I have to say she has. She was friends with Sean Diddy Combs before this whole shit went down with him. And so do T.D. Jakes as well, because there's photograph of Diddy with the both of them individually. So for me to believe that they never been to his parties, I don't think so. So I'm going to let you take a listen to what she had to say and what he has to say as well. So put it up for you guys. Oops. Take a listen.
And anybody who knows me knows if there is a party, I'm the first one out.
Right.
I'm the first one out.
But people love salacious.
Yes.
Stories.
Yeah.
They love salacious stories. And you can tell them stories about you feeding those girls in South Africa.
I don't want to hear about that.
I don't want to hear about that at all. If you tell them about Puffy's biceps, they want to follow you all the way around the world. And I think it's because we have become so engrossed in other people's lives to keep from having our own. We are drunk off of things that don't matter to distract us from the things that do matter.
Preach this evening. Yes.
Yes. You understand what I'm saying? And if you watch the timing of it, the intoxicant always comes out while something big is happening that we need to be paying attention.
Preach, brother, preach.
And we pay no attention because we are engrossed in counting up something that is salacious and not
Hallelujah.
true. And not true.
Not true.
And I stopped by Puppy's house for 30
Who's he
minutes
convincing?
to
Himself?
say happy birthday
God?
to him during the day at 2 o'clock with staff people. And out of that came a love affair and all kinds of stuff that I have never seen.
You too?
Yes. We were sharing the same, let's get your finger out there. You can't fight it.
You can't fight it.
You can't sue it down. You can't tear it down because of a small law that is included in the way that our laws are written right now. And our people don't know that. And not only do they not know it, they help spread it.
Absolutely.
They help spread it. They help spread it. Now, I'm almost 70 years old. What do I look like?
Now listen. Now there is some allegation against him when he was a lot younger. Okay, I don't know about now, but there was some allegation against him that he been not doing the pastor things that he should be doing, and inappropriate things. Now let's just be real, and I just want to ask the pastor this. Come on, like you have to seen some things in Diddy's parties. You have to know some stuff. Come on, just let me know. Obviously, he's not going to tell me because I never met him in person. But you know what? He can tell God. He can let God know because God sees everything. You know, for me to believe that he never been to Diddy's parties, it's far fetched. I don't believe it one bit. I don't believe Oprah either. They're just trying to double down and trying to diffuse the situation, diffuse the rumors, so no immediate attention will fall on them. Well, I'm sorry to tell you guys, I believe if Sean Diddy Combs gets convicted and he is sentenced to prison, things are going to be coming out. And remember what Cat Williams said on the interview when he did with Shay Shay. Okay, a lot of things are going to be exposed. And I'm just paraphrasing here. And he said 2025. A lot of things are going to be exposed. A lot of things are going to come out. Okay, he even said it, and I'm paraphrasing, that we would not expect. So get ready. Buckle up. Okay, buckle up. And I believe him too. Okay, everything that he said in that interview with Shay Shay. Okay, things are coming out. Okay, there's no reason for him to lie. What does he have to gain for lying? He have nothing to gain. All he's telling is truth, and no one doesn't want to believe it. And that's a crazy thing, you guys. When people tell the truth about certain people, especially in the Hollywood world, no one doesn't want to believe them. They call you crazy. They say that you're out of your mind. They're saying that this person couldn't possibly do this because they're such a good person. They've done so much good things in their community and give back and give this. Okay, what the hell that means? I'm a good person and I give things and I give back to my community, but am I capable of doing X, Y, and Z? It's possible. So why shouldn't I? Why am I exempt? Why these people are exempt? Because they're famous? Because they've been famous for a very long time? It's just crazy to me that when you have people who come forward and tell you the truth about certain people in Hollywood, that they've been doing inappropriate things for the last decade, and then they just look at you sideways like you're crazy. Oh, this is not true, Cheryl. This cannot be true. It doesn't even matter if you have evidence or proof. Now, I know a lot of people don't take people's word for it anymore, and sometimes you just have to record people. And I know it's against the law, and then you have to inform someone that you're recording them, but something that's the way. That is the way to record, because people don't take your word for it, because it's going to be your word against theirs. So yes, you have to record, you have to film, because you have to have some type of evidence to back you up, because people are going to call you crazy. People are going to say this is conspiracy. People are going to say this and that you're out of your mind. So yeah, what people do, people record. Because that's the only proof that they can have to present other people, so people don't think that you lost your mind. Anyway, moving on. I want to talk about Big Homie. He was an former bodyguard of Diddy, and he did an interview with Piers Morgan, and I have to say, I really, really love the interview that he did with Piers Morgan, and I just love the fact that he just spoke his truth. He was very honest, very particular. It's just the way he carried himself that I really, really liked, and I really enjoyed the interview with him. And he said a lot, you guys. He said a lot about Jamie Foxx, how Jamie Foxx was poisoned by Sean Diddy Combs. And it's not coming from my word, and I know I spoke about it a few months ago. Jamie Foxx even said it. A few people said it, that he felt that he was poisoned by Diddy. I believe he was too. I really do, because Diddy has a pattern of poisoning people and people getting sick and ending up in the hospital fighting for their life. Diddy has a pattern of that. So I believe, yes, he poisoned Jamie Foxx, landed him in the hospital, him fighting for his life, and by the grace of God, he made it through. He was in hell. He was in the pits of hell, Jamie Foxx. And God said, no, brother, no, son. You are in the pits of hell. I'm going to raise you back up, and you're going to get a second chance. And sure enough, God gave him a second chance, and I'm happy and grateful that he is in full recovery and he gets to spend time with his family, comedy, acting, and everything. So praise God to that. But back to Big Homie. Like I said, he did an interview with Piers Morgan mentioning Jamie Foxx, mentioning about Ray J. And I remember when Piers Morgan did a phone interview with Suge Knight, and anyone knows who Suge Knight is. He manager of Tupac, and Suge Knight even said, which I thought it was, I wouldn't say a lie. I wouldn't, not say I didn't believe Suge Knight when he said this to Piers Morgan. I knew in the possibility in the back of my mind, back of my head, excuse me, that it is true because Ray J, he's been, and for, let me circle back. For Ray J to say he never been, not been, that he never saw anything in Sean Diddy Combs' parties or freak off is a bullshit. Okay, I'm calling it now. It's bullshit. You trying to tell me that you have not witnessed or seen anything inappropriate? I'm calling him bullshit because that's not. I believe that's not true. I believe that Ray J has seen some things, done some things that he doesn't want things to come out. Okay, because he circle back and double down everything and try to be on Diddy's defense and trying to be on Diddy's side when he was doing an interview with Piers Morgan too, like saying, "Oh," and I'm paraphrasing here, "just leave him alone. Why everyone's coming after him because of videos that he was on with having sex and stuff like that." And it's not even about that, and he knows it. It's about him engaging prostitution, hiring people, and then transporting them, meaning that putting them on a plane so they can go to another location. As far as I know, and I'm not a lawyer here, okay, that's against the law. You cannot do that. That's prostitution. You cannot have a male escort and then fly them to a destination and then have sex. That's against the law, okay? That is engaging transport prostitution, okay? And that's against the law. You cannot do that. And for him to just, Ray J, just to double down and play like, "Oh, you're trying to embarrass Diddy with the freak offs and all this stuff." Diddy embarrassed himself, okay? Because he's the one who filmed this whole thing. He wanted to be on film. He wanted to have trophies of all these different women that he has sex with, and then not sex with, yeah, sex with, and other male prostitutes as well, to have them as trophies so he can blackmail them later on. So if Diddy didn't get his way, he can use those tapes against these people like Jay, Cassidy, among other people too. So Diddy know what he was doing, but Ray J was just trying to like play it off like people were just after him because he was doing sex tape. No, because he was doing illegal things and criminal things that he should not be doing, Diddy. So when Suge Knight said that Ray J is Diddy's lover, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by this. And for Ray J to say that it never happened, he was never Diddy's lover and stuff like that, he's just trying to cover it up. It's a lie. And you have to keep in mind, in that world, in that industry, there's a lot of what's the word? A lot of bisexual men. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? We're in 2025. It's no longer taboo anymore to be bisexual. If you like men, if you like women, listen, you like what you like. And who am I or who are anyone to judge you? And it seemed like it was just all cover up and lies. And people in the industry, they knew about it and they just didn't say anything. And I just don't understand why some people are so shocked. Oh my gosh, Ray J might be Diddy's lover. Oh, Diddy did this with him. Why are you surprised by that? I'm not. This is the music industry. This is what's been going on for a very long time. So it should not come surprise to you or anyone. This has been happening for a very long time. And I just don't understand the whole secrecy, why people are so ashamed or embarrassed about it. If you like men, you like men. If you like women, you like women. If you like both, okay, to each his own, But just to cover it up and play it off like you're the crazy one, that the other person's a crazy one, like what they're saying is not true. When actually it is true because people have seen it. People have been around in that industry and have seen things that's been going on. They just never spoke about it until now. So I want to let you listen to this footage of Ray J. Not Ray J, but Piers Morgan talking to a big homie in Suge Knight. How they mentioned, these two men mentioned exactly the same thing, that Ray J is Diddy's lover. Well, was Diddy's lover. So take a listen to this.
I think it's kind of becoming a circus, and with all the allegations, and now with everybody explaining like what's happening in the bedroom. I mean, every day it just sounds crazier and crazier and
so
freakier and weirder, right? And I'm like trying to understand, with all this being said, like with Kid Cudi going on and saying everything that happened, but then ended up saying Cassie played both of us. It's like, where are we?
I just want to stop right there before I continue. You see what he's doing, and I said this in a few videos in the past, how he's blaming Cassidy like it's Cassidy's fault. You have to understand when, and he doesn't understand this. When you've been groomed such a young age, okay, and Cassidy met Diddy, 19, dated him at 20, 21, okay? When you groomed by someone, obviously you're going to do what your lover, your partner is telling you to do. Now, at one point, Cassidy may have enjoyed it, the freak off. She may have liked it at one point, but she didn't want to do it all the time. Okay, she made it very clear during the text messages to Diddy and everything. She probably did it once to please him, to make him happy. She never knew in her wildest dream that it would be like an everyday thing, like it would be her job. For Ray J to say that she played Diddy and Kid Cudi, it's just ridiculous. They were on a break, dude, okay? When you're on a break with someone, that means that you have free range to date anyone else. So Cassidy didn't play anyone, okay? She really didn't. And then he just like made it seem like it was Cassidy's fault. Continuing on.
Trying to go? Are we just trying to like tell all of these crazy stories and then that equals out to sex trafficking? I mean, it's starting to become outrageous. It's a RICO case. It's really only Diddy and maybe one other person. Like, I'm just starting to feel uncomfortable, and I'm starting to feel weird about this whole thing.
Feel about that? Okay. Did you know Ray J? This guy, I seen him, Diddy, and F. Gary Gray in Vegas together on some very strange timing, I should say. And
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
That guy is privy to a lot of things that take place at those events.
See?
Because he was there for a lot of them.
Really?
Absolutely. You
saw him.
I've seen Ray J.
You heard it
And
first.
I feel like,
said and done. It comes in
Just to be clear, what I think you just said, Shug, you just said that Diddy and Reggie were lovers. Is that what you said?
Ah, damn.
Ray J.
I said Ray J and Puffy was lovers.
Lovers.
Really?
Yeah,
Was that well known?
Yes.
of course.
Well, Ray J, that's two of them saying you was with Diddy.
So you trying to tell me two people are lying? Two people are lying? Get serious here. You're trying to tell me two people are lying? Two people have confirmed that Ray J and Diddy were lovers. Okay, we're lovers. Listen, I believe it. I'm sorry. I do believe that. Okay? Please, two people. I would not be surprised if more people come out and say exactly the same thing. So two people are lying? Boy, bye. Okay? And like I said, there's nothing wrong taking up in the butt. There's nothing wrong being gay. But why cover it up? Why lie? And it wouldn't be a shock. It's not a shock to me. You know what I mean? Like, I knew in the back of my mind that I knew Tyler Perry was gay. I knew that. I told someone that and said I was crazy. No, he likes women. No, he's bisexual. He likes men and women. I said that to someone. They didn't believe me. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm entitled to my opinion. And sure enough, he likes men. Okay? It was just a gut feeling that I had, and I was right. He liked men and women. He just tried to cover up that persona that he just only liked women, which I don't understand. He's a very attractive, handsome man. He can have anyone he wants, a man or a woman. Why be ashamed of it? Come out. And, is it because you're worried about what people are going to say in a Christian community? Listen, no one doesn't have a right to judge except for God. God is your jury, okay? Even though, it's not acceptable in a Christian world or a Catholic world, whatever religion you are, but that's not for us to judge. God wants us to love everyone, love our neighbors, and He has the final say. He's the one who makes judgment on people, not us. But anyway, I don't want to get all religion here or not, but that's what I'm saying. I knew that man was gay, okay? And I'm not surprised with the whole allegation that's happening with Tyler Perry. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. People are so shocked. Really? He might be gay? I'm like, are you kidding me? Yes, he's gay. He probably bi. And I don't know why people are so shocked. This is 2025. This is Hollywood, honey. People are bisexual these days. People are not straight. Some, but not all. Anyway, I want to show you another footage of Big Homie talking about Jamie Foxx and how he believed, and so have I and other people, that he was poisoned by Diddy. So take a listen. Whoops, sorry guys.
And that Diddy may have poisoned Jamie Foxx, which caused his 2023 hospitalization. In his Netflix show, he compared Combs to the devil in revealing his near-death experience after a brain bleed and stroke. So I say this all the time. I saw the tunnel. I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel. I thought, shit, have I gone to the wrong place? I looked at the end of the tunnel, and I thought I saw the devil saying, come on. Or was that Puffy? I'm effing around, but if that was Puffy and a flaming bottle of Johnson, and no, I'm just kidding, I think that you have taken that to be a not too oblique reference to the fact that he's suggesting he may too have been poisoned.
Jamie Foxx said out of his mouth that his partner handed him an Advil, and after he took that Advil, he woke up 22 days later. That's what he said out of his mouth. I feel like us as a species, I feel like human skepticism has become a virus.
Sure is.
Because if we don't trust the words of our peers, where are we as a species? You know, eyewitness testimony and circumstantial evidence is enough to get a person a life sentence in any court on the earth. Why is it that when people are whistleblowing and putting their life and livelihood on the line, they receive so much scrutiny?
Right.
I don't think that's by chance.
I mean, why would Diddy want to poison Jamie Foxx?
If you know that you have, well, just to give some insight to people watching, when you come under federal investigation, they send you a target letter. You know, you get informed that you're being investigated. So if you wanted to tie up loose ends and you were concerned that people that you knew could incriminate you, you may have interest in eliminating them. We've seen this all throughout history.
Yes.
I mean, this sounds kind of mafioso stuff, but I sense that you're talking from a lot of experience here, that you genuinely believe this is a highly dangerous situation involving a highly dangerous man with very dangerous people acting on his behalf, potentially.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely speaking from experience. This is definitely a highly dangerous situation because this guy was the middleman. He was the party guy. He was the person who lined up the parties and festivities for a lot of guys a lot more wealthy and affluent than him. So, you know, I'm a person who believes that the Epstein's list is very similar to Diddy's list.
Absolutely.
I'm a believer in that.
Absolutely, I 100% agree with Big Homie. Yeah, it's similar to Jeffrey Epstein. It's similar. You know, Sean Diddy Combs is a big hip hop star, and he knew a lot of influence. He knew a lot of people. He threw this lavish parties and white parties and all these amazing parties. And then after there's a freak off party. So yeah, why wouldn't he do all these freaky stuff? Taping people doing things that they wouldn't do, drugging them without their knowledge and stuff like that. It's basically like Jeffrey Epstein, but different. You know what I mean? Jeffrey Epstein, he didn't drug anyone, but he had sex with underage girls, and he was a pedophile. Sean Diddy Combs, he was drugging and sex trafficking and doing all these illegal things over the last decade. So I agree with Big Homie. It's very similar. Very similar. Excuse me. So again, my question to you guys, do you think that if Sean Diddy Combs get convicted, will a lot of lies will be exposed? Will a lot of things be coming out that we was not aware of, and people was trying to hid this information, and then stuff may come out? I believe so. I believe that, like I said, 2025 is the year that a lot of things are going to be exposed. A lot of things are going to come out that's going to shock a lot of people. It won't shock me because I'm not surprised. I'm really not, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? It's like I'm so desensitized of things that's going on with Hollywood and the music industry. I'm not surprised by it. I'm not, and you shouldn't be either. You know what I mean? A lot of people do a lot of things to cover up and make sure that things don't get out. They will do whatever it takes. If it have to eliminate someone allegedly, drugging someone, buying them off, paying them, making them disappear, people will do whatever it takes because they don't want that secret to be exposed. They don't want people to know things about them that they do in closed doors. They don't want them to know. They don't want the truth to find out. Well, there's so much you can do, so much you can hide and do, crazy, outrageous things and thinking that you're going to get away with it for so long. And before I let you go, I was saying to myself, with the whole situation when Sean Diddy Combs in the 90s, when the whole gun shooting and stuff like that, God gave him a second chance, okay? He could have went to prison, okay, for how many years? But Shine took the rap. He took the fall of that shooting, even though Sean Diddy Combs was definitely the one who started it and started fire in that club. But God spared him. Why? I don't know. I'm not God. I can't speak for him. But what do you think that man did when God spared him from prison and everything? What did Sean Diddy Combs do? No, he took advantage and he continued to do all these crazy things that he's being charged with. And look what happened now. Look what happened now. Now he's fighting for his life, and now he's in trial for charges: RICO conspiracy, sex trafficking, and engage in prostitution transportation. Okay, God gave you a second chance, and you blew it. You blew it. You basically spit on God's face. You know what I mean? He gave you that opportunity. He gave you a second chance to make it right, to clean your life, for you to do better for yourself and for your children and for your community. And what did you do? What did you do when God gave you that second chance? You spit on him. So you think now that you got away with everything for 20 years, you think you may not get any repercussion of your action? You may. We're going to wait and see until Monday, you guys. We're going to wait and see. Now the deliberation, it might take a couple hours. It might take a day. It might take a week. We're not 100% sure. But what I can tell you is, and I'm not God, but I know that Sean Diddy Combs will be convicted with one of those three crimes. It will. Because you can't just take advantage of what God just gave you. He gave you an opportunity. He gave you a second chance to do right. And what did you do with it? You did all these crazy things, thinking that you just some man that just that can't be touched, with your arrogance, with your smug, that you're untouchable because you have all this wealth and houses and bodyguards and people to protect you. But let me tell you something. Those people that were involved, the co-conspirators, the D-Rock and KK, Christina Kamor, if Sean Diddy Combs get convicted, they're going to go into jail too, okay? That's a separate entity, but they're going down too. That's why they probably didn't want to testify. They probably didn't want to turn on Sean Diddy Combs because they're thinking in their mind, if Sean Diddy Combs get released, Sean Diddy Combs may go after people. He may, and that's what they were thinking in their mind. So they are taking a big risk and a big gamble, not saying anything and not cooperating with the U.S. government. Okay. All I'm saying is, if he gets convicted, whoever was involved, the co-conspirators, you're going down because it's disgusting that you let this happen. You continue to let this happen, and you said nothing because all you guys were thinking about was your wallet, the money, instead of these people that were victimized, that were drugged, used, abused, mentally, physically. And you said nothing because you fear a man instead of God. How disgusting is that? How disgusting. People fear man instead of God, thinking that there won't be no repercussion of your actions, thinking that, I can get away and do this for so long because I'm not touchable. No one, nothing's going to happen. Well, look what happened to Sean Diddy Combs. Look what happened. Look what happened. The gift that God gave him. God gave him a second chance, and he blew it. So yes, you're going to take. He needs to take accountability, Sean Diddy Combs. Even though he plead not guilty, and he's been saying that he's innocent. Okay, fine. We're going to see on Monday what happens if he found guilty or not guilty. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Let me know what you think about this video. If you like it, please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope everyone have a wonderful weekend. It is a 4th of July weekend. And I love you and thank you so much for listening and subscribing. And I will see you guys next time. Take care and God bless.